There's been apparently a tense interaction in the Capitol hallways with Congressman Tim Burchett, who is one of the 8 Republicans who voted out Kevin McCarthy from the speakership, and apparently had a bit of a dust-up in the hallways himself with Kevin McCarthy.
Well, I was doing an interview with Claudia from NPR, a lovely lady, and she was asking me a question, and at that time I got elbowed in the back. And it kind of caught me off guard because it was a clean shot to the kidneys, and I turned back, and there was Kevin.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett is making the rounds on right-wing talk shows claiming that Kevin McCarthy is bullying him. Burchett accused McCarthy of elbowing him in the back.
Our next guest doubling down on his claim that former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is spiraling out of control.
And I turned, and of course it was, Kevin McCarthy walking down the hall behind me, and he shoved me or elbowed me in the back, and then I took off after him.
Congressman, does McCarthy still have his security detail? Because the last time I saw him, he still had a detail. So it's a lot easier to elbow somebody when you're going down the hall with a couple Secret Service agents, isn't it?
It's the classic when you're a kid throwing a rock over the fence at somebody, then running home behind your mama's skirt.
Burchett told reporters after the incident that McCarthy had delivered a clean shot to his kidneys. NPR's Claudia Grisales, who witnessed the altercation, described it as stunning. Grisales described the scene as Tim Burchett's back was to McCarthy as his detail was walking by in the hallway.
He also has $17 million in an account that he'll be messing in a lot of people like mine and Nancy Mason's campaigns, I'm sure. And so
I don't know if he does that with Nancy Mace. She could come back at him with some stuff that he doesn't want out there in the public, I think, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's already told me. She said, I hope he does that with me, and she'll take care of him.
Burchett responded to the contact as McCarthy kept walking. Burchett exclaimed, "Sorry, Kevin, didn't mean to elbow you." Then he apparently got mad and yelled, "Why'd you elbow me in the back, Kevin? Hey, Kevin, you got any guts?" Grisales asserted that she could see an elbow retracting back from McCarthy after the encounter. Audio of the shoving match really didn't clear much up. Grisales is heard interviewing Burchett, but you really couldn't determine a point of reference for the contact. Burchett was clearly heard joking about the contact at first. He can be heard calling McCarthy a jerk too. What cannot be heard by Burchett on the released audio was a vocal reaction to the alleged punch.
Like I said, it's just an unfortunate ending as an asterisk on his career that he could have gone out on top. And I've talked to so many people in our leadership in other ways that have just shook their head and just said just how pitiful that situation is.
Burchett sounds like he's been taking lessons from Rudy Giuliani on how to embellish an injury. Tim Burchett did not have to seek medical attention for his supposed injury. He's not suffering a loss of employment as a result of his injury and probably didn't even take the time to record the work-related injury. Why? Because he's blowing the encounter out of proportion. Burchett is trying to play the victim and the hero at the same time. He's trying to say that he's being retaliated against for standing up to McCarthy. Tim Burchett is one of the traitorous 8 that voted to oust Kevin McCarthy from the Speaker's chair. The GOP shenanigans wasted time and money and turned the House of Representatives into a clown show. It's not getting any better either. Matt Gaetz filed an ethics complaint against McCarthy for his alleged badgering of Burchett. It's surprising that Kevin McCarthy and Matt Gaetz haven't come to blows yet. Gaetz is the one who kicked this clown show off. Tim Burchett is making a joke out of himself. Instead of showing a backbone, he's crying like a schoolgirl with a skinned-up knee on every talk show that will have him on. Tim Burchett is spineless. His prayers are a waste of time. The Republicans find it easier to cause chaos and division than to do the work of the American people. They have brought all of this madness upon themselves too. What a group of Stone Age morons. Every one of them needs to be voted out in 2024, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.